10:30.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home,
David is my husband.
all on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death when I'm dancing.
You get this day over and over.
Hilda.
I black out.
I don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just...
Naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
Well... Hum. We got Claire here. So what do you want, Claire? Oh, hey, when'd your parents die?
It was 12 years ago. I was still very young. Too young to be an orphan, anyway. I had to toughen up quickly. Met isn't the right word. David has always been there, in the shadows, on the periphery. I move in very exclusive circles. You tend to see the same faces.
What kind of... I was just gonna say it! I should have hesitated.
I don't move in any circles anymore. Those people were my parents' friends, not mine.
Who are those people? I'll ask. I hope it works.
There's very little I'm not willing to talk about, Doctor. But I'm afraid I don't know anything about that.
Your question was stupid. Fine. Are you Gravy? Gravy Diggory? I want to see your face. Well, whatever. How are you?
There's something I
Yes,
want
you
to
are.
tell you about. Something else that's wrong with me. I think I've been getting a bit out of control in my hour.
What do you mean out of control?
When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously. It took me a while to work out that everyone was frozen and only I could move, because I live on my own. What would you do, Doctor, if you had an hour where everyone was frozen? Go to a fairground?
Well, why a fairground? Well, I wouldn't be playing Heroes of the Storm, I guess. That's my usual go-to. Well, that would make him distrust me immediately. I'll say help.
I did think, what good could I do?
Although I'd be
other
tempted
than
to
catch
spy.
up with work. I did see a woman who was having her purse snatched, so I gave her purse back, and the crook, I placed him on a bus a few blocks away. I have no idea where it was going. She'd never really be able to thank me, so I took another picture.
So just people are frozen? Are just people frozen? Well, I'll try and ask. Are just people frozen during the hour? Let's see how condescending he is when he won't answer.
Nope, I've got nothing.
Burn! Okay. Well, anyway. That's ominous.
Possibly a relative of yours. Possibly a patient that died here. I'm not sure. She doesn't normally say anything.
What did she say?
It's obviously not real. Probably a side effect of the sleeping pills I'm on.
What is she saying? Oops.
I don't know.
Okay, you're very helpful, Bryce.
Yes, that does sound weird, doesn't it? I take the temazepam as an antidepressant when I feel I need a little chemical help. I don't want to sleep through my extra hour, so obviously I don't take it at night.
Let's get you off those meds.
I dug the grave for Dr. Decker. I helped carry his coffin to the burial site. Do you know what? It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it. Why do you think that is?
You're just really strong.
No, the coffin wasn't empty. There was something in it. A decoy, I'd imagine.
Well, why would they bother putting anything in there at all if it wasn't going to be, like, equal weight?
I'm guessing he was buried somewhere else, or cremated. Somebody somewhere didn't want his body going in the ground. Do you want to be cremated or buried, Doctor?
Cremated.
That's a good choice, Doctor. Less work for me.
But I want it in the deepest hole.
I was home alone. I only live 5-minute cycle ride from here, so I could have been and gone several times. But I didn't. I've never been to this office outside my scheduled appointment time.
We're doing. Oh. Is Bryce looking at something behind me? I'll say, what are you looking at? And that was not clear at all, by the way.
Sorry, Doctor, I dozed off there.
You are not helpful.
Ha! That was just an example.
Shut up. Well, this is gonna look really awful, but...
Well, that makes me feel a little better.
Good.
There's a young mother, divorced, who lives opposite me. Jessica. She's friendly and says hello to me, smiles. I've always wondered what she looks like.
What?
Naked.
Oh, okay.
So 1 hour, I broke into her house. She was standing in her bedroom. I took it as a sign. I took off her clothes and...
And what, Bryce?
I took photos of Jessica when she was naked. When I'd stripped her. When she was naked and frozen. I didn't want to have to do it again, to strip her again. So I took pictures to remind myself what she looked like.
Well, that's very noble.
That's wrong, isn't it, Doctor?
Yes, but we're going to work on that.
I know. It's
What?
that bloody Dr. Decker. He made me this way. It's all his fault.
Also, delete the photos.
Like I said, I originally presented with depression, and everything was going well for a while. Then Dr. Decker changed.
How did Dr. Decker change?
He was easily distracted during the sessions, like he wasn't listening. I'm pretty sure he wasn't listening half the time. I don't think he wanted to know about his patients anymore. But when he did give you advice...
What?
He told me to use my imagination, to make something up, to think something crazy, and it would become real. He told me to think of a way to get more time. So I did. But he pushed me. He made me think it.
Well, why did... I'll try. These never work. Why did Decker push you? And how condescending will you be when you don't understand my question?
I dug the grave for
Oh.
Dr. Decker.
Already saw
I
it.
helped carry his coffin to the burial site. Do you know what? It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it.
That is very unhelpful. I already saw that. Goodbye, Bryce. Hello, Jasmine. Hey, Decker was stabbed.
Ouch. I didn't really know him that well. I'm trying to remember what I was doing on Valentine's Day.
That's a segue. Atta girl, Jasmine. So what was it?
I had to work all day at Providence.
What is Providence? What is Providence? Please answer that. I don't know if it's a British thing. And how condescending will you be when you don't answer my question? Whoops.
I don't really have anything to say about that.
Well, this is progress, okay? I don't know what this refers to, I forget.
Because they don't think I know how to appreciate art. Because I'm too young.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm gonna assume yes.
Yes, of course. Otherwise I wouldn't be working in an art gallery. I love art. I love paintings.
What if you were desperate for
Like I
money?
said, they move for me.
Okay. How?
When I want them to, normally. When I want to really get inside what's going on. But some paintings, I can't stop.
Yeah.
I've been working on portraits, at home, outside work. But my paintings aren't so good. Nowhere near Providence standard.
Oh, is that the art museum or whatever?
I painted a man, Dorian. You know, after Dorian Gray.
Oh, not 50 Shades guy. Ew.
I wanted to try and capture someone aging, so I divided the face into thirds and painted a boy, his father, and his grandfather in each third. It was hideous. And it started talking to me.
What'd it say?
That I'm ugly. That I have no talent. Nothing will become of me. Is that true, Doctor?
Well, you made a talking painting, so let's go with no.
I hear it so many times with that wretched painting. It's in my head. But thank you. He was shy. And then less so. When I told him about my problem, he told me to set fire to it.
What? What's your problem?
Yeah, he could have been more
Oh,
specific.
yeah, painting?
I tried to set fire to Providence. At that time, I thought the only way to fix my problem was to set fire to the entire art gallery.
You need
Several
common
paintings
sense, school.
Didn't make it. Luckily, my boss didn't press charges.
Why?
The police did arrest me, though.
Why didn't your boss press charges? Thank you.
My boss, Petra, she's just lovely like that. Providence has gone through some tough times, and I've only been there a year. She invested her life savings, and it's still not making any money. Such a sweet lady. You'd do anything for her.
What? That's ballsy to ask. Did Petra ask you to set fire to Providence? Well, this was grammar checked, wasn't it? That's a little interrogatory, so I'm going to say started for insurance money.
No. Why are you saying that? I don't even know if Petra has insurance.
What do you mean, why am I saying that?
I already ripped up the painting. It screamed as I cut it.
Whoa.
And now whenever I close my eyes, I can see it, hear it. I need the tablets, Doctor. I need them.
Those are kind of cool visuals. What tablets?
Temazepam? The sleeping tablets. The ones you gave me last time.
I didn't give you any goddamn tablets.
Dr. Decker gave them to me. They helped.
Well,
I know it's in my head.
grammar
I know
lady.
paintings can't talk. What's wrong with me, Doctor? Why do I do this?
'Cause you need new pants. Like, is that the hint? Yeah.
Thank you, Doctor. I'll think about that. And the prescription, please?
No! Oh, okay. I'm not going to ask that question. It's a little too strong and redundant at this point. Nope. Nothing new. Everyone likes their temazepam. There's a hint, I guess. That's not a hint. That's just that. You know what? The game is making me.
Dr. Decker
Kind of.
told me to burn it. It was nothing to do with Petra.
Dr. Decker did? Wow! Them's news. I guess I should have asked that. Why didn't you fucking tell me that when I asked the other question, Jasmine? Alright. Hey, Lacey.
It was me and Agnes. Everyone else thought we were overreacting. If they want their throats cut, that's up to them, living in their bubble.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
But Agnes. Poor Agnes.
What happened to Agnes?
She went missing, and still is. And that's what people think. But it's not the truth.
What's the truth?
It killed them. It looks normal enough. A smartly dressed, door-to-door saleswoman. I know because I heard my other neighbours shout at her. No Jehovah's! They think anyone knocking is a Jehovah. But
Knocking
she said she was selling
Jehovah's.
double glazing.
What's double glazing?
I don't know. I didn't answer the door. Best not to nowadays. But I watched her go to Agnes's. Poor Agnes. She let her right into her house.
Ah.
I could only see the silhouette. It turned from a person into a, well, it looked like, I guess you'd call it a Medusa. Snakes for her face. And Agnes just fell to the floor. A few minutes later, the woman left, smiling like the cat that got the cream.
Cats don't
That
smile.
was the end of Agnes.
I don't trust you, lady.
I saw it with my own eyes. What more proof do I need?
Bring me her head.
You're starting to sound like Dr. Decker. He didn't believe me either.
Well, I believe you.
I didn't have much luck with him, like I said. He didn't believe me. He thought I was having a hallucination caused by the stress of my neighbour being so brutally murdered. Where is Agnes, though? I haven't found her, have they? Have they?
Agnes never existed. I don't know. I don't know that information. Any new hints? No. Well, I don't know. I'll come back to you, Lacey. Hey, Nathan. I guess I've really gone through the racket here. What were we doing?
I was at Henley Church. They had a service that ran right up till midnight. For us less fortunates without a love in their life. Well, now. Do you have someone, Doctor? Do you have a love in your life?
Nope. No, they didn't find
They
Agnes.
haven't found her because that thing ate her.
What?
Or made her disappear or something. Her useless husband managed to survive unscathed, though.
Did he look like he ate a whole human? That's some shifty seats.
Don't know much about him, other than the fact that he looks at me like I'm 6 foot under every time we meet. He doesn't seem too bothered she's gone missing either. He did at first, when the police were crawling around. But now they've gone, that stopped. If I hadn't seen that thing eat her, I'd...
Do we know if Agnes exists?
No. He's a Weasley little man who spends far too much time in his garden. It's probably like the National Trust back there. The constant digging and building, pruning and sawing.
That's not a seed I want to plant in her mind. I need details. That's irresponsible. What's the square button? It's a puzzle piece.
Nothing, of course. The faculty thinks I've gone loopy, like some kind of spongy Mobius strip. That's why I'm here, isn't it, Dr. Decker? Him, God, the great old one, the elder god, Cthulhu, however you address him. Listen to me! You're not listening! It's your only bloody job! Well, let's call him God. He creates this world for his amusement, something he can play with and occasionally alter to suit his mood. God loves chaos, but something goes wrong. Man and woman evolve. What was once chaotic becomes, well, more ordered. Without chaos, he has less power. When there's too much order, he becomes impotent. So he needs to instill chaos again. And do you know how he does this? No. And yes, but you're being too granular. He needs chaos so he can return, and the only thing stopping him is you. Not just you. You and people like you. Psychiatrists, doctors, nurses. Anyone who is caring for people who are losing their sanity. You have no comprehension how important your job is, do you? He doesn't need your version of insanity to spread. He needs chaos. It's not the same. It's just a means to an end. They're not all cultists, unfortunately. Once you see the truth, it's hard not to spread chaos yourself, to cause further insanity and harm your own. I doubt it. But can I make you question your reality? Definitely. But in doing so, I would be promoting more chaos. On the basis the central component of our universe is chaos, science can only document a perception of the chaos at any one given moment in time. As, by definition, chaos is unpredictable from one moment to the next.
Watching you.
Which means that at any given moment, we can choose to alter our perception of the world. No matter how much chaos that would
Like
cause.
this! By canceling the rest of that clip. Whoa! Oh, these are questions already asked? Oh, yep. Well. This is so loaded.
What a thing to say. Why would you say that?
Because I want to increase
I
your
kept watching the
paranoia.
front door after that saleswoman had left and nothing. She didn't leave. And you can't get out the back since the council sold the garage block. Ron's a gardener, not a killer.
You didn't seem very
Unless...
fond of him. He's a useless gardener.
Agnes said Ron was laying the foundations for a new greenhouse. You don't think...
Okay.
I need to call the police. I need to call them now. But they won't listen to me. I tried to tell them about the monster, but they didn't believe me. They won't believe me about this, I promise you. Please, could you call them, Doctor?
I'm not doing that. No, I haven't found love yet.
Garden club. You should come with me one night. It's a lovely way to meet new people.
Well, thanks, Lacey. Yeah, I'm not calling the police.
I'll get someone else to do it. I suppose I shouldn't really expect any help from you.
Oh, shut up.
Dr.
have no
Decker used
proof.
to call me the leech lady.
Why?
He said that I leech thoughts from people. Suck 'em right out of their heads.
Oh, well, that adds up
And
in this
I can
case.
put thoughts in there too.
That does not add up.
I'm not that clever though, am I, Doctor? I mean, it's not as if I was having an affair with Ron and Agnes was in the way and needed to disappear. So I made this story up. I mean, what do you think I do for a living anyway?
I don't know. What are double glazings? I'm going to ask what double glazings are. What are double glazings? Ah. I don't understand.
I'm not really sure.
Well, okay, so you sell them.
Doctor, you're so good. We're going to get on just fine.
You crazy. And green light. Good for me. Well, I'm gonna lie.
Yes, I would steal too. And I have stolen.
What'd you steal, Betty?
I ran out of milk, so I thought I'd go to the local all-night shop and get some more. I was absolutely intending to pay, but when I got there, everyone was frozen. I thought about leaving money on the counter, but that seemed weird. The cashier would wake and suddenly this money would have appeared from nowhere. But I've stolen bigger things.
Like what? What bigger thing? You know, I'll just say what bigger things and hope that does it.
From stealing milk,
Good.
I moved on to petrol. From petrol, well, all those supermarkets have all kinds of electricals, so I've stolen quite a lot of that. I'm not proud. I think I've been doing it because I can. To prove to myself either way, my extra hour is actually real.
I understand that. I don't know what that means.
That wretched dig goes on 24/7. 25/7, if you ask me. Your patient, Nathan, caused quite a stir. He interrupted one of the female students all night, apparently. Made her miscategorize some findings, going on about his dead girlfriend. It's amazing what you hear at the coffee machine. And I suppose that's a bonus. We're allowed to use their coffee machine while they're there.
While who's there? I don't see him answering this. Or I just wasn't tracking.
I have no idea.
Yeah, okay.
Because you have to hope, don't you, Doctor? It's only the power of hindsight that made me realize how toxic it all was. And after a point, you go too far to be able to come back anyway.
Uh-huh.
I visited Dr. Decker once a week on Tuesdays. It's my day off because I have to work half days at the weekends.
I need to see what that is.
Yes, I suppose I've destroyed a few things whilst in the hour. You can be the perfect supervillain. Nobody knows it was you.
So, what else did I say here? Oh, did I actually? Okay. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh. Did you kill anyone?
I don't have.
Did you murder anyone in your extra hour? I can't believe you're making me type all this out.
When I first got the hour.
Ah! Well, that wasn't helpful at all. Boop-a-da-ba-dee-bop-bop. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? You're not ugly.
Lots of people find me attractive, but I've seen something truly beautiful. It makes me feel dull by comparison.
What is it?
I have a recurring dream where I find something beautiful in the sea. But I don't know you that well yet, Doctor. Let's wait a while before I tell you my most intimate secrets.
Yikes.
Sorry to cut in, Doctor. I've just had a phone call from a solicitor. Ben's trying to sue us for nervous shock.
Who's Ben?
Should I go and see him to talk it out, or should I find a solicitor to represent us? Sorry to be pushy, I just think we should act quickly before it's too late. Okay, well, just let me know.
Intimate secrets?
I'd like to know. Is our session up now?
Who the hell is Ben? Oh, did Ben appear now? Oh, yes. Who is Ben?
So, should I get a solicitor?
Who is
Or
Ben?
shall we try and talk it out with him?
Is a solicitor like a mediator or lawyer or what? Let's talk it out.
Good choice. I'll go and see Ben to see if I can get him to call off the dogs. I have no idea what's gotten into him. Perhaps it's his mum.
His mum. What about his mum? I'm gonna ask. What about Ben's mum? Ah! No.
She was cuddling him like he was 6. He's 25.
Well, what? Does Ben have a disorder? I'll ask how he is. Ugh, I never know how this is going to be interpreted. How is Ben? Oops.
I've got no idea.
Yeah, I understand. I'm giving up on that question. I got lazy. So?
On Valentine's Day, Dr. Decker had a session with Claire Castleford at 11 and that nurse, Elin, at 3. Everyone else cancelled. You should see this place Christmas Eve. I was at home though, so I don't actually know who came in. Dr. Decker did phone and ask me for Nathan's number, which is a bit strange.
He phoned and asked for Nathan's number. Okay, why did he call you? Why did Dr. Decker call you? You know, I'll say, did Dr. Decker call you?
Dr. Decker felt that.
He was talking to the Why weren't you in the mood for conversation? I don't know what the hell that's referring to.
I meant I wasn't in the mood to talk to Dr. Decker.
Why? Why weren't you in the mood to talk to Dr. Decker? I have to assume this game was meant for PC and then got lazily ported. Like, whatever. Let's just have
Dr.
him.
Decker felt that Hannah was...
Well, you are not helpful, Nathan. Okay, don't give me that look. So, how's it going?
Hey, you. Thanks for helping me with this grief thing. I'm not sure I have it, though.
Well, good. What was about Jaya? Can you check Elon's alibi with the taxi company? This is such a pain in the ass. Ah!
One step ahead of you, boss. Elin was picked up from the pier just after 11 p.m. There is no way she could have got from there to here in an hour.
How far away is it? Okay.
I don't really know where to start. I feel a bit numb.
Why?
Maybe we should just talk about him.
Well, let's.
It hadn't even been a year. He was a quiet, solitary man. A good listener, as I suppose you'd need to be. His confidence did grow as time wore on, but that's what you'd expect after you've fitted in. I mainly miss our chats. He used to work late with me and tell me things about the patients, things that I probably shouldn't have heard, but did. What do you think of the patients? Nah, perhaps you shouldn't say. You can ask me. Go on, I'll tell you what I think.
Whoa. I do want to hear her.
We'd work late together on all sorts of things. He was preoccupied with finding patterns in patients, trying to find some kind of order.
Like me.
Mainly he was searching for a common experience the patients might have had. That's what led them to his office. He'd study everything, even the referral letters. Yes, letters, parking tickets, holiday destinations. You know, I find those referral letters...
No, stay here.
He was sure there was a pattern in them.
Okay, let's talk about Mariana.
Mariana is a special girl.
Todd.
You know, there's something about her that just makes you want to follow her. Maybe that's what a trendsetter looks like.
Oh.
I think Bryce has a lot of misdirected anger. I don't think I like him that much. You know, sometimes when things overrun, he's outside waiting for you, and he stares at me as if he's undressing me with his eyes. You know, he's
bad
not the
time
first
for male
person
gaze.
that's done that, but still, you know, it feels worse coming from him. Claire seems to be shaken by something. You know, I offer her drinks every time she comes in, but she always refuses them. It's as if she just wants to come in, get her session over with, and then run off to do something else.
I forget who
It's a
Claire
bit
is.
rude, isn't it?
No! Who is Claire? Is she here? Oh, yep. Oh, it's because Claire's better than you. Sorry, Jaya.
Elin seems like a lovely person. I'm not really sure why she's here.
Alright.
Oh, I just want to cuddle Nathan all up. He's such a mess. He's always in the same clothes.
Really?
He barely talks to me, though. It's the same hello every time. He reminds me of Tom.
Who's Tom?
Tom was a quiet mess, like Nathan.
And he killed Dr.
Youngish, in his
Decker.
early
Oops.
20s. He taught piano, but he did have a strange hobby.
What kind of hobby?
Tom liked to base jump.
The hell
That's
does that mean?
basically falling from a huge building or mountain and pulling your parachute before you hit the ground. He started to think he could fly. Dr. Decker tried to talk him out of it, but Tom had to prove his point. So one day, Tom decided to base jump without a parachute.
Well, that's...
Can you guess what happened?
He survived.
He did die. He was hit by a rock from further up the mountain. He never got to fly. Nathan thinks he knows what his problem is too, but if he's not careful, he'll get hit by that rock. I wish I'd said goodbye.
Why do you wish you said goodbye? And I'm only, like, just seeing her glasses, like, now. Is she always holding them? I'm assuming she's farsighted then? Or is it just for looks?
I wish I'd said goodbye to Dr. Decker. It was so sudden. You're here, then gone. He resigned anyway, but that's not the same, is it?
Really?
Dr. Decker resigned shortly before his murder. No, it's sad. But doctors come and go, and only poor Jaya remains.
Did you kill
I've got his resignation letter somewhere. You know, I do all the hiring and firing around here. Well, Professor Alderby and the Trust technically do that.
Well, I'm just gonna straight up ask, did you murder Decker?
It hadn't even been a year.
Hush.
Professor Alderby is a trustee. Did I not mention that?
Yes. We know Cthulhu.
So you watched the tapes. Gold star for you.
You didn't answer my goddamn question.
It smashed. Most of the patients are suspects, according to the police. Almost all the patients are referred, and some of them are privates, but Dr. Decker didn't introduce any of them.
Why? Oh, so I can look at the tapes, or the resignation letter. The 11th of February, but 14th is Valentine's Day. Interesting.
It hadn't even been a year.
Oh, have I been watching a movie's length of interviews? Decker didn't die on Valentine's Day.
Hadn't even.
Well, you're not very helpful, Jaya, unless you're cleaning underneath those cushions. What? What's my hint? Oh. Well, but she was talking to someone else. Why are you breaking patient confidentiality? I'm totally, like, entrapping you, and I'm sorry, but... I didn't really know that was the angle this is going to be taking with her, but sure. It's because I'm grieving.
Oh, don't be such a... It's just between us two.
Okay. Well, that was fun. I don't know what that means. Oh, okay, that's what that means.
David hunts,
I can change my skin.
then skins.
Dr. Decker dated his patients.
I had a hot date
We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Decker did
on
phone
Valentine's Day.
and ask me for Nathan's number.
There was a girl there.
Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't
He
I?
was preoccupied with finding
Photographs,
patterns.
rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since,
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden.
I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Decker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it.
Oh, Doctor,
Ah.
you surprised me. Reminds me of Officer Yates.
That's confidential.
Did I ever mention I had a special friend in the police force? Nah, it's not something you drop politely into a conversation. He's been doing some digging and he's found a couple things. There's a crime scene report that goes into all the gory details and another report that's about a patient you're seeing today, Claire. I'll put them both on the desk for you. And thanks for the grief counselling, by the way. It's really been helping.
I didn't do
No,
a
I'm
goddamn thing.
I'm so glad you're here.
Ah, stop it. Any new psychos? Just kidding. Ah. I do like Claire. I want to hear more from her before I part ways. Who are you? Tell me more, tell me more. Oh, that's okay. Alright, well, Claire, what do we got?
It makes for interesting reading, doesn't it? I can tell you're dying to ask me about it. Fire away.
Fire away.
That's what it says. I can see you're confused.
What?
The police say that David is dead, fatally wounded when I stabbed him. The coroner says that David is dead. Everyone says that David is dead. There was even a funeral. But I know he's alive.
Well, I'm convinced.
He's buried at Henley Church. You can go see for yourself. There's even a headstone. One of your other patients was a pallbearer. I never forget her face. You should ask him. Bryce was a pallbearer for David.
Really? Oh, yeah, that's
He's
right.
also a gravedigger, I believe.
And there wasn't anything in it. Okay, well, both of your stories seem to add up.
David wanted to have a talk about our relationship. Not something any married person wants to hear. He said he'd been with Iris for about a year and that he loved her. He said he didn't love me anymore. Which I know is a lie. You don't just fall out of love with somebody.
Sure you.
I reacted badly. I grabbed the nearest weapon I could find, which happened to be the steak knife, and stabbed him with it. There was so much blood. I instantly regretted it. So I fixed him.
You fixed him.
It was about a week later. I brought David back to life.
Oh, okay.
Not with voodoo.
No further questions.
Not with virginal sacrifice. I just willed it to happen, and it did. Dr. Decker told me it was possible, but only if you're not buried. He says once you're in the ground, there's no coming back. But until then, you have a chance at resurrection.
Oh, good. I'm gonna ask why David didn't love you. That's ice cold. Why didn't David love you?
I don't know what you're after, but I don't know anything about that.
Or any stabbing I might have done. Alright, Claire, it has been fun. I think I am done for the evening. I wish to quit. Oh. Exit. This has been the infectious madness of Dr. Decker.